between Treasury and opposition benches. Please put your hands together for the one and only Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar ji. Can we have a standing ovation for our concluding guest, the man who will be giving the finale to Rising India, celebrating our real heroes. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar ji. May I request the Honorable Vice President to take his place on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar ji. Can we have a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for our chief guest for the concluding session of Rising India, celebrating real heroes. May I now welcome Rahul for his introductory speech for the Vice President.
नमस्ते, आप सबको रामनवमी की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। On this auspicious day, ladies and gentlemen, it is my proud privilege to welcome to Rising India Real Heroes, His Excellency, the Vice President, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar ji. We are honored a young and ambitious nation is on the move, and the world is watching us closely. This quickening of our pulse is made possible not by a few, but by the many. In far-flung corners of our country, men and women with large hearts and clear consciences are putting society above themselves. They are the real heroes who make life a little better for those around them and inspire communities to become a little better. Dhankhar ji's life and career are similar to the stories of real heroes we have had the privilege of honoring over today and yesterday. Born into a farming family in a small village in Rajasthan, he used to walk over Rajasthan High Court Bar Association and practiced mainly in the Supreme Court from 1990. He also had a 3-year stint as a member of the International Court of Arbitration in Paris. As a parliamentarian, minister, the governor of West Bengal, his contributions to the country are many and varied. He has excellent knowledge of the Constitution, and his expertise with legislative affairs is a big strength. He has been uncompromising in his insistence on decorum inside Parliament. Dhankhar ji has also been an ardent advocate for the separation of powers. Yet, he is known as someone who is accessible and humble, which makes it easy for people to warm up to him. Bharat Sevashram. He is an avid reader and a sports aficionado and has served as the president of the Rajasthan Olympic Association and the Rajasthan Tennis Association. Shri Dhankhar's life story reflects a rising India, one where we go forth and achieve our goals, unmindful of hurdles or distractions. I would now like to request His Excellency, the Vice President, to deliver the closing address. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar.
Podium.
People who know you. And the problem is complicated exponentially when you have someone like senior advocate Chetan Sharma in the audience. This doesn't end here. The august presence of Sri Harivansh ji, Deputy Chairman of Rajya Sabha. But he carries another hat, and that's always worrisome for me. A journalist is always a journalist. In 1989, when I got elected to Parliament and became a Union Minister, my West Bengal. I hope it is restored. I will do all I can. Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, Sri Rahul Joshi ji, members of the diplomatic corps, other dignitaries, and my friends in the media. I can assure you, I am certainly your friend. I hope you will reciprocate. Indeed, a marquee event, all the more significant, being hosted in Amrit Kal. In our country is accorded on parameters that are baffling. Event management can put a person in a position. He's a leading lawyer, he's a leading journalist, and what not. But we are talking of real heroes. At a time when India is on the rise as never before, it is a statement of fact, globally acknowledged. And the rise is unstoppable, earning unprecedented global recognition and respect. As a mark of respect to our heroes, let's pledge, take pride in our historic accomplishments above national interest. And this, when I say is not optional, I reflect the viewpoint of more than 1 billion people. The theme of the coffee table book, unveiled a while ago, to be unveiled, Voice of India, Modi and his transformative Mann Ki Baat, is very apt. And I compliment the Rahul for being very daring in choosing it. Mann Ki Baat, in a sense, has impactfully captured imagination of the people. And mind you, there can hardly be any difference of opinion. This is one program that is I appeal to media for wider dissemination of the coffee book content, as I have been given details thereof. Let us highlight success stories of real Bharat and exemplify our age-old value system. Friends, we are the most functional democracy in the world. There be no doubt about it. There is no democracy in the world that is constitutionally evolved at the level of panchayat, municipality, government can claim to have such a vibrant, functional democracy reflecting diversity and unity simultaneously. Our constitutional institutions are spinally strong and independent. We are proud of our judicial system. Where on the planet you'll get a Supreme Court which can act with lightning speed and grant relief when someone is accused of defamation? Where on earth? Where will you get a Supreme Court that will sit over time? We have finest judges, the Chief Justice. Some are engaged into it. I wouldn't say more, because in our country we have effective government. And we have seen in last few months how effectively our External Affairs Minister has reflected on those issues in public domain, in the country and outside. But those so engaged need to look within and revisit their thoughts. But what is painful, worrisome, and concerning that some amongst us are engaged in thoughtless orchestration of sinister campaign to taint and tarnish our democratic institutions. A parallel in the world where people holding positions of power would go to other country, other geographical locales to run down their own country. We all need to reflect on this. We need to be cognizant of virtual intense warfare against India's integrity by well-orchestrated global machinery functioning within and outside the country. One can see an entire ecosystem aimed at handicapping our growth, attacking India's legitimacy as nation-state, its constitutional institutions, including the parliament, is becoming a favorite pastime. An intense assault on India's values, integrity, and institutions is emanating from well-maintained incubators. I wouldn't say much, but I'll call upon the media. Look at South Asia studies in an Ivy League university. This is being funded by our billionaires. Even the government in 2008 funded it. And the same is also being done by our northern neighbor. But look at their activities with respect to our nation and with respect to that nation. It's a cause of concern and worry. Are they mine? We'll reflect on this, engage in due diligence, and let the people of this country know all about this. This ecosystem to combat India's growth trajectory must not be allowed to go unnoticed. And that can happen only when we react.